Using the right sort of equipment, you can get all sorts of images of yourself. But in fact, you have an image of yourself that follows you everywhere you go, and that's your shadow. Wouldn't it be fun if you could actually walk away from your own shadow, stand back and look at it? Sounds absurd, but in fact there is a way. Well, of course, a shadow really is you blocking out the light, and it's the bit of darkness really that you leave because the light falls on you instead of a wall or whatever's showing your shadow. What you really need to have a permanent shadow you can walk away from is something like a wall painted with luminous paint, so that your shadow falls there, the rest of the wall glows and continues to glow when you buzz off and look at it. And it would be fairly hard to paint a wall with luminous paint, very expensive too, but in fact, if you haven't got a wall, you do at least have a luminous picture, probably in your own house, and that's this thing, your television screen. If you come close and look at the television screen, you'll see in fact that it's got a whole lot of little dots on it. And as I'm waving my hand there, you'll see it's passing through some of those dots. Well, they're little phosphorescent dots. That means they glow, and they continue to glow for a little while after the light's fallen on them. And of course, in a television screen, the light's coming from the inside. What we're going to do is to make the light come from the outside, so you can get between it and the screen and leave a shadow. And if you do it right, your shadow will stay there. You can buzz off and look at it. Okay, a few things you'll need. One is something like a desk lamp. A room lamp will probably do, but a desk lamp you can point towards the television screen is the best. Don't use a very bright one very close. You might leave a permanent mark on your screen. That wouldn't be fun. But one in the room, pointed at the screen, will do. Secondly, make sure it's a globe which has clear glass. A frosted one leaves a rather fuzzy shadow, and the effect isn't as good. We haven't got a desk lamp. We're going to use a spot lamp here, and you'll see the sort of position it's in. Okay, it can be fairly bright, but don't get it really close because you can damage the screen. Okay, the other thing is you'll need somebody to leave a shadow. You can try this with your hands and all sorts of things, but it's much more fun to do it with your face. So let's get a friend. Dean, could you give us a hand, please?
Sure.
Or give us a face, really.
Okay.
Could you hop down in front of the screen, and we'll have to turn this television set off at this stage, and it's best to leave it off for quite a while so that all the phosphorescence dies from the picture. So once it's off, we'll get Dean to put his face in front of it, right in the middle,
yes,
and with your ear on it so that you keep your image as still as possible. Now at this stage, get him to shut his eyes.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Got your friend shutting your eyes. Now I'll explain what's going to happen. Once we've let your eyes get used to the dark and the screen get used to the dark, we'll turn on the desk lamp. In fact, we'll do that now and put the room lamps out. So that all we've got is the desk lamp shining on the screen, casting your shadow there. Now stay very still.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the point at which you have to keep your eyes shut. Otherwise you get so dazzled, you're not able to see your shadow at the end. Okay, the light's falling on the screen in places like this. Where it does, it's charging up those bits of phosphorescence and giving them light energy, so they'll continue to glow after you move. Of course, the bit that's not going to glow is the bit where your shadow is, and that, we hope, will be left behind. Well, about 30 seconds should do it for the most part, and that's probably about what you've had. So on the count of 3, I'll turn off the light. You can open your eyes, step away quickly, and have a look. Okay? Understand that?
Mm-hmm.
Right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. And there it was. Very faint, didn't last for long, but it's definitely there. And you can do the same thing yourself. Of course, you can get different effects with different lights. You might find that it works with an electronic flash. But remember, when you do it, keep your eyes closed, whatever light you use, so that you don't dazzle yourself. Make sure your television screen is dark before you begin, otherwise all the glow that's left in it will muck up your image. And experiment with different conditions. And you can walk away from your own shadow.